Now, for those of you who are like me, who only want to watch the news if it's fluffy bunnies or cute kittens, because I don't want to watch the show. I've had enough. They are doing a recount in Maricopa County, Arizona. Not just any recount, a forensic recount. They're playing it live continuously, so you can watch the audit live. I believe it's OAN News. I assume there is a watermark that they're looking for because they're putting it through a little black light. Now, it can be used obviously for other things, ink, to see if there's been ink washed or anything of that nature. But one of its favorites that it likes to look for is watermarks. And so hopefully we are getting to the end of this program of reality TV because I've had enough.
The audit workers must comply with existing Arizona laws around elections, which means they must stop, for example, using blue or black pens while they are recounting the ballots. Indeed, when Arizona Republic reporter Jen Fifield emerged from her weird volunteer shift this evening.
Now this is Maddow, who is relating the story to the left of how the Republicans are attacking the integrity of the election by doing a forensic audit. Now, what I want to watch this for, and I would hope you would want to watch it for too, is to see if there is a noticeable fear, a noticeable increased stress, any of those things.
She had this to report before dashing to meet her print deadline. She said, quote, "One quick update. They switched to green and red pens." Joining us now is Jen Fifield, reporter for the Arizona Republic, who has had a most unusual day of reporting. Ms. Fifield, thank you so much for being here. I imagine this has been a pretty strange day.
Definitely. Thank you so much for having me, though.
That is the cheesiest freaking smile. So we've got two individuals who are, for lack of better terms, they're not that stressed. Now, if they were terrified of the conservatives regaining power, I would expect to see something, well, pretty much on this one, like anger, annoyance, like, oh my God. Now, she mentioned it, but it was all portrayal in the beginning, and we're not going to go over that because she's normally in portrayal. So when we watch for interactions, we're looking for those tells. And right off the bat, we're just getting like a giddy smile.
Let me ask if I characterize this observer role correctly. It is a source of great consternation among major news sources in Arizona, I know, that reporters are being barred from just directly covering this process the way that journalists normally would in a normal recount. Instead, the organizers of this has said that you needed to sign up essentially to be a participant in it in order to be able to witness what was happening. And that's how you got in the building. Is that a correct way to describe it?
That's correct. We were told that we needed to serve the full shift. And while I was there, I was to be...
Now it cuts away from Maddow, but we're watching the other reporter. And while Maddow was speaking, you didn't really see anything but portrayal and overacting. She's dramatizing everything she's doing. But we're not hearing any stress and we're not seeing any stress. We're seeing a lot of portrayal. And this reporter that we do see as she speaks, she's very happy.
An observer and not a reporter. And that's part of the crackdown. Halfway through my shift, they came up and said, no posting updates. We don't want any blogging or...
So one of the trigger things that I was hoping to see when she goes into, I have to be an observer and not a reporter. Now, she wants to be a reporter, apparently. At least that is the narrative that's being fed to us. But her body says that that does not stress her. There is no, I prefer reporter over observer stress. It's really kind of weird because if you're presented with one narrative and the body language is completely opposite of it, it's like, oh, okay, so why? I mean, some of us can guess why, but really why?
Posting news reports during this, you're to be an observer.
So we do see some tight-lippedness on it, but it's like a smile type lip. So you see that stress smile, like, haha, I got him. I'm supposed to be an observer. But it's kind of hard to sit there and justify that in the mind as you speak it because it sounds even ridiculous to her mind. I signed up to be an observer, not a reporter. As an observer, you need to actively observe the process. And as a reporter, as she tells you later, she's running in and out of the room, not paying attention to the actual recount or audit. So if you're not paying attention to the audit and you're being a reporter, then you can't call out any wrongs, can you?
Were you allowed to keep your phone? Is that how you were able to tweet from inside the facility?
We were told no notepads, no note taking while we were in there. We didn't have our phones. We didn't have any electronic devices. So I had to lock everything up in a locker just outside of the counting room, and I could go out and take breaks. And I was filing updates with my editor as I went up until I got shut down.
Wow. Let me just ask about sort of your level of concern when you were there. You were in this very unique position where there aren't other reporters being allowed in to watch this. It's not a process that the press is being allowed to observe. It also seems to be a process that is not being conducted the way that other recounts have been conducted. Not only that very alarming reporting that you did about the color of the pens that the counters were using, but also the fact that it's being run by this private company that doesn't appear to have any experience ever doing anything like this before. Just how unusual is the...
So as we watch her speak, you'll notice that she's holding in her eyebrows all squished in as she's doing this, and she keeps talking with her hand a lot. She's mimicking movement, but it's very loud and over-exaggerated, which is portrayal. See, the thing that shows that it's not anything else is that the emotions to the portrayal don't really match. If I'm telling you I'm really angry and I'm waving my arms in the air, but you don't see or hear stress in the throat with the words, you don't see the eye movement that's searching for logic to come in and calm yourself down, it's portrayal. And that's all you ever get with Maddow, because it's a show. It is not journalism.
Process that is happening there that you were able to see today.
This is definitely a first of its kind process, at least in Arizona. I don't know that we've had a full recount of ballots ever. And so that makes it a very high stakes process. Elections are very complicated. And so you need people there overseeing the process who know how audits work, who know how to count ballots, how to keep track of ballots. And the fact that, I'm the only journalist in there, journalists have a wide range of what they know. I know a lot about the election, but other reporters might have caught other things in there. So we're still fighting to get better access.
And she's smiling as she does it. She's just relaxed and smiling because journalists are smarter than us plebs. I didn't realize I was that dumb until this woman told me.
Do you know if you'll be able to go back in, if you'll be allowed back?
I'm not sure at this point. I might be able to sign up as an observer again. That's the closest I might get. I know that a coalition of news organizations in Arizona have been working with an attorney to try to negotiate our access.
Jen Fifield, reporter for the Arizona Republic, doing some intrepid work today in a really strange environment, operating with really strange constraints, but reporting out something that was of huge importance about what you viewed today, despite the narrow lens you were given to look through. Ms. Fifield.
And as she's sitting there, this is what I mean by it doesn't match. So this is supposed to be, oh my gosh, how dare they? And she's smiling through like a mix of stress in her face, like, yeah. But it's a genuine smile because it's going up through the ears and in through the head. It's everywhere. It's not located in the stress areas, which is just usually just right at the mouth. It's everywhere. I think Biden said it best yesterday. Enjoy the rest of the show.
I would like to thank the sponsor of this video, Fero. Fero is one of the few cryptocurrency projects that I respect. Unlike most other cryptocurrencies, Fero is focused on safeguarding your financial privacy without compromising on trustlessness, which means no third parties are required, and transactions are private by default. Fero also has an exciting roadmap to look forward to. Features such as Instant Send, where payments can both be sent and confirmed within seconds. There's also Elysium, which adds tokenization functionality similar to Ethereum, but it also enables these assets to enjoy Fero's privacy technology. There's many more things on the roadmap, and if you'd like to learn more, head over to fero.org. If you'd like to learn more about analysing body language, there is a video course available on Mandy's website for Gold subscribers, where Mandy teaches more about her techniques of deception detection. There's also other content such as the Crime series and Interesting Minds series, available to both Gold and Silver subscribers.
If you like it, please share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.